Folks, it's us!
That's what I like it. That's what we like to hear. Welcome to the show. I like it. That's what I like to hear.
Sure, thank you
very
much.
nice.
Appreciate it. Folks, how you feeling?
Welcome, everybody. We got some free food for you today. How you guys like that?
Who likes free food? All right, folks, we're Ultimate Camp Cooking. Thanks for coming here. This is my wife, Patricia. Well, I call him my wife because we spend all this time together and I'll never touch him.
Married.
Folks, we're very happy to be here. Let me tell you a little bit about ourselves, if you don't mind. We're Ultimate Camp Cooking. It started about 4 years ago. Pat and I were in the woods with a camera making a DVD. Pat and I in the woods with a camera. People saw that. They thought Brokeback Mountain.
They did. They really did.
And I got mad, folks, because look at me. I could do a lot better than that.
Look at me, man. Look at me. I'm like man meat, huh?
More like meatloaf. Let's move on. Folks, we're very happy to be here. You guys happy for the show or what?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was going to put my hair in cornrows this morning. I found a crop circle. Oh, you like that, huh? Looks like I was wearing a burning yarmulke, doesn't it? Any Jewish people here in Kansas City? I didn't think so. All right, good. I was actually raised in a very Jewish neighborhood. That's true. I remember I was young. I went to the Jewish bakery. I ordered a baker's dozen. He gave me 11. Folks, are you with me or what? All right.
Oh, yeah.
You're obnoxious. You know that. All right, good. Folks, I was very happy to be here. I'm single right now. Very happy about that as well. My last girlfriend broke up with me. She said I was immature and that I never listened to her. Couldn't hear. I had my hand out the car window going like this. Folks, when I tell a joke, you laugh. Let's practice that. Here comes a joke. You can do better. Here comes a joke. Pat and I are very happy to be back in America. We were in North Carolina last week.
No, it's true. It's true. No, I don't want to offend anybody from North Carolina, but even the internet was slow there, people. Okay? I'm just glad we're in a state where the men wear sleeves.
Yeah. And the women still have their teeth. Yeah. I just gave you a compliment and no reaction. Get it together, people. I used to work in the restaurant business. I didn't work for TGI Fridays. I worked for their competitor. Oh, crap, it's Monday. Ho, 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 sir. I'm Jewish. That doesn't work on me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Folks, I like to know. You get that joke? I just got it too. I like to know what's in my food. That's why I cook for myself. You guys like me that way? Okay. I don't like to go to these fast food places. I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken the other day. Their motto is "We do chicken right." They should keep that, but say it differently. They should say it like this: "We do chicken right." Sir, let me do the jokes, please. How many people here are campers? All right, very good, all right. So how many people here to buy an RV here today? One lady, okay.
Perfect.
Do you know that this is an RV show? Just letting you know that. Pat, only one lady here.
I know.
Unbelievable. So folks, how many people here are chefs? Couple people are here?
Okay.
No, I didn't say help chefs, I said chefs. Very, very happy. I got a little trick for you guys. You guys ever get bored? I'm a comedian. I've been on the road for a long time. You ever get bored? Go to a coffee shop, sit next to a stranger. Say, hey, man, can you watch my stuff? Then you go over to your buddies and say, hey, can you go over there and grab my stuff? And you watch them beat the hell out of each other. They like me.
Coming along.
Gave a homeless guy a bag of my old clothes today. He looks through them and goes, nah, I'm good. What a jerk, huh? This guy's wearing a FedEx box. Folks, here comes a joke. My mom's a terrible cook. She actually put herself in the hospital with her own cooking. That's hilarious, by the way. I call her up, I go, Ma, it's your son. She goes, what do you want? You're useless. Stop calling me. And she hung up on me, right? My dad walks over and he says, what did she say? I said, I think she thought I was you. Pat, I think they're ready for the instructions.
I think they're ready. I think they're ready for the show.
All right, folks. Now, this is a cooking show, which means when we lift up a piece of food, we need the appropriate sounds at the appropriate times. Now, let's practice. You guys are a great audience already, and I think you're going to catch on real quick. You ready? Here we go. Lift the food. You guys have the beans? Try it again. All right, this is ooh,
Ew,
not
ew.
ew.
E-W-W-W,
Folks,
people.
please,
Come on.
it's
Ooh.
Kids. Dance with me. Come on, dance with me. You're my type. All right, Pat, I think we're ready. I think they're
Yes.
ready. You guys ready?
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Here's our first recipe we have here today. We have pork tenderloin that's been marinated in 24 hours. Tell Mike what was marinated in.
Extra virgin olive oil, fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, chopped garlic, salt and pepper, and lemon juice. The reason why we use lemon juice is it's acidic. It helps to break down the meat, which helps the ingredients adhere to the piece of meat. Now, Pat, how long did we let this marinate?
24 hours.
All right, now, folks, we're about to lift this food up, which means it's almost your turn. Now, Pat, pull your pork. Ooh.
No.
You guys react to that
No.
pretty well. Ah. I
Hold
heard
that.
somebody go, ah. Okay, you ready, folks?
Just like we did in rehearsal. Here we go.
I don't know if they're ready, Pat.
Over the grill here.
Nicely done.
She's over here going, yeah.
All right, you ready, folks? One more. Now, folks, you see there's a little marinade left here? We do not throw that away, all right? This is good stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to do some pork shots. Sir, tip your head back. Sir, you're ready. You're ready for this action. Pat, how long does it cook?
Okay, here's what we're going to do is we're going to cook this for 15 minutes on each side, but we're not going to cook it for 15 minutes straight. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate it back and forth. So you got 4 minutes on one side, 4 minutes on the other. It gives it an opportunity so it doesn't char, and it's going to cook nice and even. Now, for the people in the first couple rows here, can you already smell that coming off the grill? Okay, here, the rest of you guys are going to smell this here in a couple minutes. Now, this is the same effect that's going to happen when you guys are up camping. Anytime you're going to make a pork tenderloin or any kind of steak or anything you're going to put on the grill. Anything that's going to be smoking off the grill is going to come off the grill, it's going to go across the campground, it's going to go across the tree line, up into the mountainside, and that's going to attract bear. Right, exactly. Well, here's a little cooking tip. We want to give you guys a little cooking tip to keep you safe. So here's what you want to do. You want to take your leftover food and you put it in your neighbor's campground. Okay? Because you don't care about those people. Okay, they showed up late last night. They made a lot of noise when they came in with their trailer. You came out the next morning, they had a bigger unit than you.
Pat, rig. He means
Trailer.
rig, folks.
Trailer. Okay, are we ready, Mike? Now what Mike's doing is Mike's going to cut this up so it'll actually cook faster so you guys can be able to eat this. And he's actually using a really great tool over here. This is a Cutco knife, which is located right directly. Wave, ladies.
It's a cut above the rest. That's what they told me to say. A cut above the rest.
If you guys ever need a knife, I'm telling you, these are awesome. Awesome knives. All right, Mike, are we ready for the next recipe?
I think we are, Pat. You want to tell them about our drive here, though?
Oh, Mike wasn't kidding. We drove here from North Carolina. He said when we were being in North Carolina, we were there 2 weeks ago. We drove here to Kansas last week for the show, for the beginning of the show last week. We had to drive across from North Carolina, the beautiful states. Okay, I lied. It wasn't so beautiful, folks. It snowed the entire freaking time. It was miserable and flat and straight. We were driving through a blinding blizzard. The only thing we could see to guide us through on the freeway were these little tiny posts with these little tiny bicycle reflectors. And every once in a while, between a post, you see a cross with flowers in them. Oh, dear Jesus. Of course, we made the mistake of finishing that trip out at night. That was stupid. This time, the only thing we could see to guide us down the freeway were the tracks of an 18-wheeler in 3 feet of snow. Had her face buried up against the window, white knuckle concentration. Stay in the tracks. Stay in the tracks. Stay in the tracks. Next thing you know, we end up in a way station. Crap.
Folks, we overweight.
We did.
Pat had an
We
extra
did.
burger. Long story. Okay, now.
We actually did have a breakdown, though. We were about 126 miles from any of the service areas, and it was 2:30 in the morning. Our truck broke down, and we were tracking the trailer. We actually had to call a wrecker at 2:30 in the morning, and they had to tow us in. But the cool part is we just got this literally 4 months ago, and it was probably one of the best investments we ever did. And it's one of our sponsors, actually, Emergency Road Service, that I'm wearing this patch right here. $79 a year. They actually came out at 2:30 in the morning, picked up my rig, picked up my trailer, towed them all back in for $79 a year. Otherwise, the guy told me it was going to cost me $460 to do that. So if you guys are interested, Good Sam Club over here. If you guys want to talk to them, I just want to throw a pitch out because it was probably one of the best things. We have our sponsors here to thank too for all this free food. So let's give a big hand for our sponsors. Good Sam Club, the Trailer Life Directory, Emergency Road Service. All right, you ready for the next recipe, Mike?
I think so. You guys ready for the next recipe? Yeah! I don't think you're ready. Are you ready for the next recipe? Yeah! Wow, take it easy, folks. All right, Pat, what do we have next?
All right, this next recipe is gorgonzola pasta salad.
Okay, now, folks, a lot of you people, when you travel, when you're camping, you don't want to bring a strainer, all right? You don't want to bring the strainer. We're going to teach you how to make a strainer.
This is a camp strainer.
Out of a Ziploc bag.
Was we started with spiral pasta. And I boiled it for about 6 minutes, and then I shut it off because I wanted the noodles to be al dente. Does anybody here, by show of hands, know what al dente means? What does it mean, ma'am? Okay, it's actually an Italian term for "it's not done yet, stupid."
Folks, these are the jokes.
These are the jokes.
Right,
okay,
these are the jokes.
That was written for you guys, and that's all we got. Okay.
I don't do tricks. I don't balance a ball in my nose. I don't. All right, now, what do we start with, Pat?
Okay,
right,
I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wow, that is hot.
Every time he burns himself, you can always smell pork. I don't. You know what,
See,
people? I don't know
they
why.
like
because
me.
I'm Jewish. It's terrible.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour this into a Ziploc bag. This is our camp strainer.
All right, nice, Pat. All right. Now, folks, you need to follow these specific instructions. You now have the noodles in with the hot water, all right? Now, the next step, in order to make it a strainer, you take your Cutco knife and you think of your mother-in-law. Pat, take it easy.
You don't know my mother-in-law. All right,
Okay.
so you get some holes going here. Create your own strainer.
The next step, very important too, all right?
Okay, you ready?
hole.
This is really
what you
important.
do, folks. You take her
Take your mother-in-law by the neck.
and you squeeze.
Stop telling me what to do. I don't even like you. Leave me alone.
Folks, are you guys getting this at all?
And if you find yourself talking to your noodles, then there's something wrong.
Now squeeze, make sure you get all the water out. Now, folks, the real reason why we wanted to show you in the hot water is because the next step we're going to add an ingredient that we want to melt with the noodles. Now, Pat, what do we have next here?
All right, this next ingredient that's going to actually melt right into the noodles is 1 container of gorgonzola cheese.
How many people here like gorgonzola cheese, right? Yeah. You know it's a good cheese because it smells like sweaty gym socks. Am I right, folks?
Yeah.
Folks, is anyone with me?
Who doesn't?
Thank you.
Who doesn't like gorgonzola cheese? All right, get out.
Get out right
Seriously.
now. Seriously.
It's
Go.
disgusting. How could you not like this stuff? All right, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to pour this in here. I'm going to actually dump it in here.
Tell us to dump it, folks.
So what am I going to do, folks?
folks?
Dump it. Nice. That's what I like to hear. My next ingredient is my most favorite ingredient of all time.
Oh, yeah.
You can put this ingredient on anything in the kitchen, and it's going to taste good.
Oh, yeah.
1 pound of bacon. You got it. Yeah.
Bacon!
You know you're in the Midwest when you yell bacon. Everybody's like, yeah, heart disease, yeah. Go
We
for
try
it.
to do this joke in California. We say bacon. They're like, what? No, tofu. Thank you.
So what am I going to do?
Dump it in. All right, Patty. What's next, Pat?
I have cherry tomatoes that have been sliced in half and de-seeded and then
Nice.
torn into small little
Nice.
pieces.
Oh.
Now, de-seeding cherry tomatoes is a very messy process because it goes all over your wall, it goes all over yourself. So here's a little cooking tip. Take a regular grocery sack. After you've cut it in half, just stick it inside the grocery sack, pop it right inside the grocery sack. It just stays inside, contains the mess. So I have 1 container of this. What do I do?
We call that pop your cherry tomatoes. Okay, folks. Now, what else do we have, Pat?
Wow. I have 2.
Boo you, lady. Boo you. You understand? I'm telling you, this crowd.
I have 2 tablespoons of fresh oregano that I have chopped.
Pat, how do we know this oregano's fresh?
I'm not doing that joke.
Pat, how do we know? Pat, do the joke.
Because it pinched my butt. See, that's why I don't like doing that joke. I hate that,
That guy
joke.
is clapping for the pinch of your butt.
I'm not. I hate
Just
that.
letting you know.
What am I going to do?
All right. What else, Patty?
I have 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar. I'm
Okay.
just going to sprinkle this on here real quick.
Now, it's the closest thing to alcohol we can put in this recipe, folks, okay? And it also helps the oregano pop, the flavor of the oregano to pop. All right, Pat?
Yeah,
What else do we
I have a 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Folks, I don't really like extra virgin olive oil. I like the promiscuous olive oil. You're a dirty man. You're a dirty, dirty man. I love it. Okay, very good.
Last ingredient, Italian seasoning.
Pat, how much do we put in here?
We're gonna put about this much.
No, specifically, Pat, how much?
Watch, about
Pat, don't be a wise
that
guy.
much.
Tell the people
See, this
here
is the
how
best
much.
part. You're the chef. This is where you need to start figuring this out. A lot of people ask me, when did you go to school to become a chef? How did you know you were going to become a chef? The day you stop using measuring spoons and measuring cups is the day you're a chef. Now how many chefs do we have in here? Yeah, a lot more than we did in the very beginning.
Pat, you're going crazy today. You better
I'm
take
loving
it
the
easy.
show. This is a good audience, Mike. Good looking
Finally a
people.
good audience, I'm telling you.
Good looking people here.
They actually like my jokes too.
All right. Oh, this is good. Now what we want to do is we just want to mix this up really good, and we're going to, best thing to do for this particular recipe is you put it in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours. And that has an opportunity for all the flavors to actually come together and marry each other.
Like me and Pat did 10 years ago. It's our anniversary, folks, huh? Really? Okay.
Get away from me. But the recipe that you guys are going to eat was one that was made about 3 hours ago. So you guys are going to have one that's actually had time for all the flavors to actually sit and come together. Now, just real quick, I know Mike asked earlier, so how many people are here to actually buy an RV or a boat? Was it you, man? What are you buying? A Montana. Oh, the big. No, apparently that's a no. That just got canceled out. He said no. All the bells and whistles. Sir, you're going to lose this argument. Now, if you're ever going to buy an RV or a trailer or a boat, now's the time to do it. Show prices, you're going to literally save thousands of dollars. And there's a lot of
deals, Pat.
Screaming deals in here.
Screaming.
That's what you're going to do is buy one of those. And how many Good Sam Club members do we have here today? Okay, how many non-Good Sam Club members do we have here? Okay, that would have been the rest of you people. Glad we were able to figure. I just want to get rid of a myth here. A really quick myth that people automatically think that become a Good Sam Club member, that's what you do when you get old and retire. And that is not true. And I'm going to tell you why it's not true. My wife and I, when after I got married, I was able to talk her into going camping. And how many wives here were resistant in the beginning of going camping? Were you? Now do you love it, right? Absolutely. My wife put up a fight. I took her tent camping. Okay, one night. Okay, it was just one night and it didn't go well. We bought a trailer right after that. Okay, and that made a huge difference. I've never owned a trailer in my life. I've never been around a trailer in my life until 8 years ago when I bought our very first trailer. I bought a used trailer. I've never been around it before. I didn't know anything about them. Our very first trip, our maiden voyage, I was 70 miles outside of my hometown of Boise, Idaho. I get a flat tire on my trailer. I have no idea where the tire is. I have no idea where the jack is. I know nothing about this trailer. Within 10 minutes though, I had 2 RVs pull up behind me. 2 guys get out wearing Hawaiian shirts, shorts, black socks, and sandals. So I immediately knew that they were over the age of 60. They came up and they kicked me out of the way. They said, "Son, step aside." They moved me out of the way. They actually found my tire for me, showed me where it was. They got my jack for me. They actually started changing my tire for me, which I thought was pretty cool. And I even told them that I had no idea that this is how the RV and trailer community treats each other. And the old guy looks up at the back of my trailer and he points to the sticker on the back and he says, "Well, you're a Good Sam Club member. And so are we, and that's what we do. We take care of each other," which I thought was very cool. Now, I didn't have the heart to tell him that that was a used trailer, okay? Because he wasn't done changing my tire yet. But the first thing I did when I came home is I called up Good Sam and I became a Good Sam Club member. And it's only $19 for initiation fee for first-time people. It's normally $29, so if you guys want to take advantage, Good Sam Club booth sitting right back over there. Nancy and Sonny will take good care of you. All right, Mike, are you ready for the next recipe?
I am, folks. How many people here like shrimp? Yeah! Oh, you like Pat, huh?
See, they like me.
I know, and they hate me. I'm accepting to that. Now, folks, this is a shrimp recipe. It's called barbecue teriyaki shrimp scampi. Okay, you guys all like shrimp, right? Yeah. So, we like to use aluminum pans, all right, folks? Because how many people here like to do dishes? One guy only. That shows you. Take a little bit of unsalted butter, about 1/4 cup. Put that in your aluminum pan. The reason why we use unsalted butter is because you want to do the seasoning in your recipe. Do not let the butter do the seasoning for you, folks, all right? Always use that unsalted butter. Now, how many people here like garlic? All right, nice. I like this audience so far. Take about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of chopped garlic. Now we have shrimp, folks. Now these are called medium shrimp. They're 26-30, which means approximately 26 to 30 of them per pound. All right, folks? Do not get the rock shrimp. Do not get the tiger shrimp. Medium shrimp. Take a bag of those. Throw that inside there with the garlic and the salt. All right, folks? And now we have barbecue sauce. Since we're in Kansas City, we've got the best barbecue sauce we can find. We got KC Masterpiece. Folks, you can do better. This is your city. KC Masterpiece. Oh, wow, sir. Take about 1/2 cup of KC Masterpiece. Put it in there. Dump it in, right, folks? Okay. Now, teriyaki marinade, all right? This is very strong. It's powerful. Do not put too much in. About 1/3 cup, all right? You put too much in, it's going to ruin the flavor. Now, it's unbelievable, folks, the flavor that comes out of this sauce. The barbecue sauce and the teriyaki come together with the garlic and the butter. I'm telling you, you're going to be amazed. It's very simple. Is that an easy recipe? Yeah. Was it? Do you guys think you can do that? Oh, yeah. All right, folks, about 15, 20 minutes on a high heat on one of these skillets in a tin foil or on a grill, and you're done. Pat, what do you think? Is that easy?
I like that. It's really easy. We don't have any cleanup, and that's what Mike and I like to do. We like to show you guys how to do easy cooking in the mountains with a lot of easy recipes. Now, Mike and I actually have a DVD out called Ultimate Camp Cooking. It's got 18 recipes on there. If you're interested at the end of the show, you guys can feel free to talk to us about it. We do Dutch oven, stovetop grill, griddle, foil wrap, show you how to bury your mother-in-law in the mountains. You gotta get rid of her. Anyway, there's $10, and we'll actually sign the DVDs for you, which actually puts the value down by 25 cents. So,
it does, folks. We
all right,
checked
this
on it.
next recipe that we have going on here is another recipe that we're going to use inside of an aluminum pan. And we're going to put this aluminum pan inside a Dutch oven.
I could use a helper back here.
Oh, you need a helper?
Yeah.
We need a volunteer.
Young,
a volunteer
single,
by the over the age of 18. Over the age.
Oh, wow.
You want to jump up? We're going to need 2 volunteers. You want to jump up, Donna? All
How
right.
about 3?
What's your name?
I like the way you pick them, Pat.
Terry? Yeah. Terry and Donna. Let's give Terry and Donna a big hand.
Okay.
Terry and Donna are going to be doing dishes.
Hey, my favorite thing.
No, actually, come back here. Terry and Donna are going to help. They're going to help stir things up, and they're going to help serve it up for you guys because we want everybody to have a bite of what we're going to be doing. Okay, so Dutch oven, apple bake. Now, Dutch oven. Where's my pan back here? Okay, here we go. Dutch oven pan.
Thank you very much.
Simple use of the pan with the tripods underneath. Hold it up. We're going to put our coals on the bottom, around the edge. 8 coals on the bottom, 16 coals on the top. Anytime you're going to be using a Dutch oven, you always want to double your coals on the top in order to create the convection inside the Dutch oven, and that's what's going to help it cook. The flavor inside the Dutch oven is actually in the lid. That's where it's at. It's in the lid, so when you got the convection going, it picks it up in the lid, and that's what's going to get your flavor going for you guys. Now, we're going to put this inside this aluminum pan, but we're going to start with Pop Fresh biscuits from a can. And all we did was tore the biscuit pieces into small pieces and rolled them up into balls, threw them inside the Ziploc bag. You guys can use a bowl if you want, but if you do that, you just have 1 extra pan that you have to clean out. So keep it simple. So we're going to take 2 tablespoons of pure cane sugar.
And now we want exactly 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Now, folks, if you put too much in, it's going to ruin it, all right?
Exactly.
So
2
exactly.
tablespoons. Just count it out. 2 tablespoons. Don't blow
Exactly,
it.
folks.
Don't
please.
ruin it. Now, what you want to do is you want to zip it up and you want to leave an air pocket in there.
Pat, shake your buns. There's too many guys screaming for this stuff, all right?
That's very uncomfortable,
Pat,
sir.
shake your
That is
buns,
very
please.
uncomfortable.
Come on, Pat.
Put your dollar bills away.
Pat, shake your
Ready?
buns.
Yeah, what do you think, lady? Huh?
Shake. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I feel very uncomfortably white right now. Okay.
Shake them, Pat. Dance.
So you want to do is you want to shake. I'm done.
I said dance. Get over here. You're a professional. Keep it together.
So you just shake this up inside the sack.
Dance, Pat.
I can't.
Pat used to dance. He used to be a dancer. He
was
with
Chippendales.
He was with the Chippendales, folks. The Chippendales. Folks, there's no laughing out of this young lady here. Please laugh.
All right, here we go. So all you're going to do is after you're done shaking your buns,
Pat,
So you're gonna put it inside the pan.
Okay, you want to make sure that all of it is
Just
spread
spread it out.
folks.
Just cover the bottom of the pan, just
See,
like that.
check it out. See that, guys? Some of you? Yeah? Okay, now we're
I
going to
have-
put a lot of stuff in there. You guys going to tell us to dump it or not?
Dump it. All right, here we go. I have
we
a half
haven't
a
said anything
cup. Half a cup of brown sugar. What do we do?
I have sweetened butter. What do you guys want me to do with it? All right.
I have condensed milk. What do we do?
All right, now, folks, I also have apple filling, but before I do this, I want to tell you a story. We used to do a chili recipe live, right? I had kidney beans. I said, what do you want me to do? A lady said, dump it on Pat, which is funny on itself. And then another lady screamed, well, wouldn't that be pork and beans? That's funny, folks. It's
She
funny.
did. She actually said that. And I was like, I can't believe my wife just yelled that out. I was.
Pat, there's one more thing that we put in here. Is that right?
Yes, we have one more ingredient. The last ingredient. 2 tablespoons of vanilla. What do we do? No, you people, you pour it in.
folks,
It's
please.
vanilla. If you
Think
dump
for
it in, you're
yourself.
going to ruin
Don't
it.
be sheeple,
Come on.
okay? All right. Now, Pat, show 'em what it looks like, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it's done.
This is what it looks like when you're done. You don't need to stir it. You don't need to do anything. Just let the Dutch oven do the work on it. The Dutch oven will actually cook and turn this thing itself. We're going to cook it for an hour and a half in the Dutch oven with 8 coals on the bottom, 16 coals on the top. And this is what it looks like when it is finished.
Folks, what do you think, huh? How about some oohs and ahs here? Oh, yeah, folks, come on. Now I know what it feels like to be a supermodel. Let's do that again. You ready, guys? Sounds like a gay ghost, doesn't it? Now the next, let's do it one more time. This one's for me, personally. Go ahead. You guys are a strange bunch of people, I'm telling you. Just strange people. All right, Pat, tell them what we got next.
All right. So those are the 4 recipes. What we're going to do is we're going to scoop all those recipes up in the sample cups. We have a lot of people here. So we're just going to ask if you guys can just keep it to 1 or 2 samples when you go by. Try to pick out what you wanted on your favorite. Like I said, Mike and I are going to be standing up here. Mike and I are very proud of these recipes. We actually have 3 DVDs out. The DVD that we have here is part 2. Part 1 and part 3 are available on our website, ultimatecampcooking.com. I had a lot of these recipes when I was growing up as a child. I was able to bring them into the DVD. Mike had a lot of these recipes when he was working at a restaurant as a chef, and we adapted them to camping because that's what Mike and I's philosophy is. If you're going to be out camping, you're on vacation. When you're on vacation, you want to eat well. Am I right? Yeah, well, we show you guys how to do that in all of our DVDs, and you guys can feel free to talk to us after the show about it. We're more than happy to answer any questions. I've been very lucky, very fortunate, like I said, about having a wife who was willing to go camping after we got married, and we go camping at least probably 49 to 63 days a year, depending on the season, and we spend a lot of time out there in the mountains, and I love it. But my wife and I actually just celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary last month. Thank you. By applause, where are the happy married couples today? Happy married couples, where are you at today? By applause. Applaud, sir. Applaud. Clap.
Where are the unhappily married
Where are the
couples,
unhappy
eh?
married couples? Unhappy?
There's always one right there. I knew it, sir. I knew it.
How long have you guys been married? 37. 37 years. How about you guys? You're not married? You were just clapping. You're not.
I wasn't clapping.
You're,
You should be clapping.
I don't even want to know. It's 36. Do we have anybody here that's been married for 50 years or more? No? So we got 37 years over here? That's awesome. What kind of, how long? 40. Let's give them a big hand. Last week, 40-year anniversary. Oh, wait a minute. 40 years. She's all the way up here. He's all the way back there. It's working out well for you guys, huh? What's that? Oh, that's okay. Well, I mean, look at him, though. I mean, come on. Worked out well for you, man.
Don't you think?
Hate to be the one to break it to you. 40 years. What kind of wedding ring do you have, Mr. 40-year man? You got like a wedding band? You don't have one on. So it's really working. And you don't either. This is, marriage is working out great for you, huh?
Top
This is the
secret
key
marriage,
right here.
Pat.
See, most guys are lucky when they get married. They actually have to wear a wedding band. But no, not me. I have to wear this big, giant Dakota ring thing. Apparently, my wife had this in mind. She wanted me to have something big enough and bright enough so whenever I'm on stage, the women in the back can see this and take that urge out of the mind of wanting to hit on me after the show. Am I right, sir? Yeah. Go. Very lucky, though. I married a school teacher from Boise. Anybody here a school teacher? Not anymore? What do you teach? What did you teach?
Math.
How long did you teach?
About 6 years.
6 years? And how long have you been teaching? First year? Oh. Good luck. Let me know how that ends for you. My wife has been teaching special education for 28 years.
Yeah, that's where Pat actually met his wife. He was a student. Pat, that's a funny joke. Don't you start with me, all right? Get away from me.
Now, being a school teacher is definitely one of the hardest jobs in the world. So I think we should give our school teachers a hand because it is a very tough job. Very, very tough job. I will, however, tell you what is tougher than being a school teacher, and that's being married to a school teacher for over 10 years now. Is your husband with you, or is it? He's over by, yeah, so that marriage is working out great for everybody here. You guys don't even, there's no togetherness. I think you're the only couple that's actually together. No, I'm going to be honest with you. Living with a school teacher is not easy, and I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about. Before I leave town, I like to take little yellow Post-it notes, write little love notes on them, and I'll leave them all over the house for her to find. I'll put one on the bathroom mirror. I'll put one over on the kitchen counter. I'll put one on the computer. Last time I came home, I found them corrected. Yeah, I got an 88 on the last one, lady. I was in the kitchen the other day and I was writing a letter and I got stuck on a word and I couldn't remember how to spell the word, so I yelled out to in the other room and I said, "Honey, how do you spell this word?" What do you think she said? "Look it up." That's what she said, "Look it up." I like mumbled something back to her. She goes, "What's that supposed to mean?" I said, "Sound it out." I ain't looking nothing up. No, so, man, 40 years. That's awesome. Do you even remember single life after 40 years? You don't even remember your name, do you? No, I remember single life. Even though it was 10 years ago, I still remember single life. Here's what I remember most about being single. Men were simple. I had a lot less stuff when I was single. I did. I look around now, I have a lot more stuff. I like go around the house taking inventory sometimes. I'll be walking around the house going, you know what? Never in my life would I have ever have owned 6 of those. I would have never in my life ever have owned 9 of those. How many pillows do you have on the bed, sir?
Too many.
Oh, did I hit one there? How many do you have on the bed, ma'am? Go ahead. How many?
6.
6? That's a low number compared to most of these. How many you got?
6.
About 6 or probably? Okay. Well, I have 9. 9 pillows. Odd number. But I learned after 10 years of marriage, one of them goes in the middle, just like that. It takes me 10 minutes to take the bed apart and 25 to put it back together. When I was single, I had 1 pillow. And it served a purpose. Because us guys, we're simple. That's how we roll. That's what we do. Simple people. How many candles do you have in the house, sir? Oh, busted. Yeah, go ahead. How many, ma'am? Is it too many to count? That was like a phenomenon after I got married. Candles started popping up left and freaking right in my house. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me why we have so many candles. But then it finally came to me. It finally dawned on me why we have so many candles. Because that's all you women give to each other for birthdays and Christmas. Well, what are you going to give her for her birthday? Well, I thought I'd get her a candle. Well, didn't you get her a candle last year? No, I got her a candle holder. We have 2 candles every square foot. She will light them all at the same time. Last time I came home, I thought we were sacrificing a lamb.
She was actually having a seance to bring back his career. Pat, that's funny,
not
and you
funny.
know it's funny.
Go.
I wasn't even planning that
Go.
one. That one's good. You
I
shush,
hate
Pat.
you. When I was single, I had 1 candle in the bathroom. And it served a purpose.
And it was not strong enough.
No!
Pat, these are my lines. I'm going to do them.
How many bottles of lotion you have in the bathroom? Probably too many to count. That was the other thing I couldn't figure out. I went in the bathroom the other day. She had 5 bottles of lotion in the bathroom. She had 6 bottles of lotion at the bedstand table. She had a lotion for everything. Dry skin cream, dry hand cream, dry forehead cream. It's 10:30 at night. I'm dozing off to go to sleep. I get woken up to... I rolled over one night to get a little frisky, right off the bed. I chipped my tooth on a candle. Look at that, right there. Luckily for me, the pillows broke my fall.
Folks, when Pat was single, he had one bottle of lotion. Oh, and it served a purpose. He has the softest right hand. Pat.
All right. We have all of our food back here. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors that we have, Trailer Life Directory for doing all the foods. We have Good Sam Club and Emergency Road Service. If you guys are not familiar with Trailer Life Directory, 15,000 campgrounds. They tell you all the amenities that you're going to find in all the campgrounds. Do what I did. Buy two. You leave one at your computer and you leave one in your truck. And then that way you guys won't have to keep going back and forth when you're planning your trip. So if you guys want to, you can talk to the Good Sam Club people about that. All right, are you guys ready for some free food?
Yeah! Who likes free food? Yeah! All right, folks, stand on up, come on over, say
Line up right out over
Don't be
here.
shy. We'd love to come over and talk to you. Hope you enjoy the show. What's happening, buddy? You doing all right?
I'm going well. How about you?
Good.
Great show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out to it. Folks, don't be shy. Remember, take 1 or 2 samples so everyone can get a little piece of something. How you doing, sir? I know you're eyeing that DVD. I see you eyeing that thing. It's all yours. I'll give it to you for $10. I'll give it to you right now.
Oh,
Enjoy
yeah,
the
you don't
food.
want to touch that. That's
no
hot.
pressure. Step right up, folks.
Hi.
Don't be shy. We'll hug you. We'll kiss you. We'll give you all
Hi.
time. We'll sign your
had a
hand. You want me to
fire.
sign your hand?
Where?
Why are you ignoring me? I'm trying to pay attention to you. Don't you like me?
My sister's got it down.
This is for cleaning your hands.
That caught fire?
Rub them together.
How'd you catch fire inside the tin foil?
The potatoes stuck.
Step right up, folks. Don't be shy. Get your free
just gotta
samples.
keep
Get your.